Our Vancouver Island adventure continues, and today we're starting in the small community of Coombs, a place famous for something you definitely don't see every day: goats on a roof. But Coombs is just the beginning. From here, we're hitting the road to explore more of what Vancouver Island has to offer. Beautiful scenery, unique stops, and a few surprises along the way. So, let's get this adventure started. So we started at the top in the parking lot, so we're walking back down now. They have quite a few shops here. So anything that you might have to your liking, if you want some food, if you want to have jewelry, pottery, art, everything is available for you. Even a local market, you can buy seasonal produce. So we're still walking down until we get back to the Old Country Market, which is our main attraction. So you want the cotton candy one?
Yes.
Cosmic cotton candy.
Guys, if you like cotton candy donuts, that's my favorite too.
A Coombs cutoff. I'll get that one.
What should Daddy get?
Maybe I'll get the same for him.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's go. Alright, go. Alright, so coming out of the donut shop, Cara got a cotton candy, and then I got an Nanaimo bar. It's quite popular, so they sell out quite fast. Let's cross Cara. So Cara is gonna try her donut on camera for you, so you can see what it's like. I'm gonna get her reaction right about now.
Try the donut now in this cotton candy flavor. So let's try it. 3, 2, 1.
So it's good? Okay. Right, so there you have it. A good donut for her. So I'm gonna actually move on down to the market now. Try to capture some of the goats on top, as that's what we really came here to see, before we move on. Oh, I see them in their house. It's hiding. The goat is hiding. But you're still able to see the grass. That's where they would normally be feeding. But I'm still gonna walk around the end of the building to try to capture one. Do you see that tiny mouth? That's the goat. But you have to zoom in really closely. It's not coming out today. Yeah, so no luck with the goat coming out of his house today on top of the roof. But we're still gonna go into the market just to see what is actually in there. Yeah, the very hot chili pickles. So this is a Mexican side, I guess. They have pure matcha. 60 grams for $30. Oops, take it from Mama Cara. Lots of coffee. Oh, they also have the Bigfoot Sasquatch thing here. That's cool. It's hot chocolate mix. It's a chocolate mix. When you're in the market, so something that you'll notice is that I believe it's organized by whatever culture they're bringing. So you might have Mexican food one place, Italian one place, tons of cheese and dry stuff. Lots of pickles, oils. Like so much to pick from. Like, what do you actually purchase? Wow. We're out of the market. They have an old church nearby, so we just want to look around on the area. But I also show you, I got this as well. So it's a magnet for the fridge. So we're kind of wondering what we should get everywhere we go as like a souvenir. We were thinking about stickers, but then I'm like, if we change our car, then where will happen to the stickers, right? So I'm gonna decide to use magnets. So this is gonna be our first one. Our first one would have been Sunshine Coast, but we didn't get a sticker there. We actually got like clothes. So I'm just gonna look around. Now they have a very fancy boutique here. So I'm gonna see what this area is giving. So that's the old church. Here we have the boutique. So let's go. Oh, Cara, maybe let's get an image of this here first. Come. Very cutesy. Lots of sculptures. Actually, I'm gonna look to see what this is. So in 1891, the captain sailed around the world gathering unique wares, and he went up Georgia Strait looking for a place to settle. A big tsunami wave washed him to this very spot. He built a house from the wreckage of his ship and prospered as a merchant for the rest of his life. So I guess this symbolizes the house that he built. Okay, so there's a store here and it has a Bob Marley flag. Okay, so it's Bob Marley, yes, car. So we have to go in now. Like, we have to go in. What? They have a lot of Bob Marley stuff, like tropical things. Ooh, so cute. See, not Jamaican, but they're very tropical. This is so cute. This blue is like everything. I show you Bob Marley again, guys. I'm seeing this all over the place. I think they're maybe trying to get a tropical feel, right, to sell the clothing. That's the first thing that attracted me here when I saw the Bob Marley on there's like a t-shirt. So it will really get customers in, I'll say that.
Oh, look, this is like a slide.
So cute. We have like Archie books. Oh my gosh, I remember growing up and reading all these. I had all of the Archie books. So cool. So we are just going to walk around to head back to the car as my camera is dying. I need to charge it quickly. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Our next stop here is the Wildlife Recovery Center. And I wanted to stop here. It wasn't originally in our plans, but I wanted to stop here as it is a non-profit and they do take care of like abandoned, ill animals. You do have to pay to go in, so it's $16 plus tax for adults, and for kids it's $6 plus tax. So kids would be there from 4 to 6, and if you are military or a veteran, you come in for free. I think this is a really good cause. So I'm just gonna go in to the entrance, we're gonna pay, and then we're gonna see what animals they actually have here. So excited.
Oh, this sweet island life for me.
Lots of different varieties of birds, so quite a few owls, birds. One of the main things I wanted to see though would be the bears, so I'm going to go to the learner center soon. Hopefully I'll be able to see each other. The enclosure that they have for the bears is quite extensive, and so I think it's a situation where you probably won't see him unless he really comes out. So I'm hoping that he will actually come and have a little sneak peek so I could get to see him. The reason for that is that in BC, yes, lots of persons will see sightings of bears, but I've never seen one. And so that was one of my main things coming here when I saw it on the poster. So I'm hoping that he will actually come out and let me get a peek at him. Guys, I think again so many things are cultural because here they have a turkey vulture. Of course in Jamaica we say like a drunk crow and it's like a main attraction here. Can you imagine? It's always so good to move around and see how other persons view things. They have a lot of ravens too and crows, but I want to now go over to the learner center just to see if I will get a better view of the black bear. I'm going to go back to that enclosure and see if he'll make an appearance. So this is called the Secret Garden. It's quite interesting to see the sculptures that they have in here. I'm trying to understand what the artist was depicting. It's quite deep to see so many faces. But anyways, we're going to now move into the learning center. Magical field of stones. So good update from me. I saw the black bear. As I suspected, when you go into the enclosure, because of how it is situated, you probably won't be able to see him from there unless he comes to the front. So now we went around the side and we actually saw him. I'm so excited. He looks good, like a typical bear, but that's our main reason for coming here, so I accomplished my goal. Just finished with our tour and I was not disappointed. My major thing I wanted to see was the bear. So I was seeing him from like over the corner. Then I went back into the enclosure and he was right there. And he actually turned around. His name is Ray and he's so cute. So I would have accomplished my goal because I saw a bear for the first time. So we're now going to continue with our journey though. And we're moving on to our next location, which should be Cathedral Grove. Should be about a 25-minute drive to get there. So we're just gonna head on the road. So we've made it to the Macmillan Discovery Trail and we are really here at the Cathedral Grove. We want to see all the wonderful plants that we can see. So some fun facts about this area. Only about 20% of the original forestry is still here, and that is why there's a huge debate going on as it relates to logging and the preservation of the plants, right? Of course, you know, logging is a big business, and so that is why there's a big debate around it, especially given that some of these trees have been recorded to have been here from about 250 to 1,000 years. So it's really important that persons continue to preserve that.
Oh, this sweet island life for me.
We're going on a trip.
We're going on a trip.
Another trail. One thing I'll say, guys, almost everything that we're doing, it takes some sort of walking, but it's very good for us because, you know, we're getting in our steps each and every day. Keeps us healthy and strong. When we're coming in at the front, if you would have realized that this sign would have said guardian trees, and you know there are lots of conspiracy theories out there as it relates to these trees being so old and really being guardians to us here on earth. It's a really interesting conversation because I mean they live so long, right? And without destruction or different things, I mean natural things can happen too when they get really old. You know, inside of them their core starts to rot, so they'll fall down. But it's really interesting if we really think about it like that. Look at these roots. Do you see inside of it? They've been so hollow. Wow, come, let's go try to see the other ones. Wow. So interesting things about trees. As you know, majority of what the tree will need will span from the root, right? And so you need the roots to absorb water, the roots to help to actually make your food. While they do use photosynthesis to actually make food for the plants, majority of what is absorbed from the soil is done through the roots, and roots can span so many acres. And so, you know, sometimes when you see these plants being so old, if you were to even track back to the root, you'll see where many of them are interconnected. So it's like a network of trees really talking to preserve the area. And what's it important for us? Air quality, right? And see, I'm talking about roots, and we're passing here. It says the secret lives of roots, because they do so much. Look at that. If you're actually seeing these trees, they are so tall and the roots are twice this size. Isn't that amazing? And of course here, when persons come to Canada, well, for some people, if you ask them, why are you in Canada? Some people will say, oh, they love the air. They love the cool air. The air is so clean. And preserving these plants will help us to continue to have that form of air quality, right? In and out, we give to them carbon dioxide, they give to us oxygen that we need, right? So it's a relationship that we have to continue to maintain. This is crazy. In the beginning, I would have said that some of the trees here, they would have measured them. Of course, you know, with plants, you can always look at the cambium, and based on how wide they are, you can determine the age of the plant, right? And just looking at them, can you imagine or believe that some of these trees have been here for over 200 years, up to 1,000 years? Can you imagine? That, just as I said earlier, that really outlives all of us, and they're still here. We've made it to our last stop for today, which is the Harbour Quay. So I'm just on my way down there now to see what is there actually. There are some shops around the area as well, but we're just gonna head straight down there. It's, what time is it now? It's 4:51 in the afternoon. So it's not very busy here, and it's also not a holiday, so we don't really expect it to be very busy. But we're just gonna take a walk down there. Well, I'll say everywhere here is pretty colorful. Pretty colorful. You can actually see lots of persons also, because you are able to see some RVs, so it's telling you that persons are actually also traveling in the area. As you move closer to the quay, there's like a space here for, there's a kids boutique, somewhere you can eat, lots of ice cream options. We always realize that anywhere you go, there's always lots of options for ice cream. So there's that. So we're just gonna continue to walk along. Wow.
What a pretty.
Oh.
I like this.
We did quite a bit today, moving from location to location. We left out after 10 and it's now after 5, so we've been on the road for a pretty long time, so we're just gonna wrap it here. And I said we had a good time, I would say. So until I see you guys in the next one, bye!